started in Ghana, 1995. I decided because I had already had admission to University of Toronto.
Hi guys, this is Fanhundi Hotspot Show. If today is the first time you're watching, don't forget to follow. Also like, forward the video off to somebody else to get more information about Canada, how to become a teacher, how to continue as a teacher, as a foreigner, someone from an international country. Mr. Ayia is retiring today. It's an exciting day for him. And I'm going to go into his classroom and see how he navigated through the system. The most difficult thing is to come into a new country where you don't know what to do, where to go. You come in as a professor, as a nurse, as a doctor. How do you begin in Canada? Mr. Ye is going to let us know all about it. So let's follow him to his classroom and see what he has to tell us about how he navigated himself through the Canadian system. First is the Canadian experience, how he started and how he's ending today at a Brookview Middle School for the past 24 years in the same school. Incredible journey. Let's see how he did it and learn something new. So again, don't forget to subscribe and also follow the video. And we're going to learn from Mr. Yeah. Now let's follow. Thank you. You're going to tell us exactly about how it feels like to retire after 24 years. Yay!
I'm retiring with mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings. Do you feel like you'll come back to teach?
Yes, I like helping kids. So if I get the chance, but not to come full time, whereby you have to do a lot of paperwork, report cards, whatnot and whatnot. I will have to come and see that kids are learning. And when I teach, I want to make sure that my kids are getting it. Yeah.
Okay.
So some of my kids are passing by and she was just saying she's retiring. She's in my class.
You're going to tell me about your journey. I really want to know, how did you get to this place from Ghana? Let's go. Okay. Mr. Iya, you look like you're ready to get out of here, this whole classroom, you know? So can you tell us a little bit about how did you get to this place? We're teaching here for like how long?
For 24 years.
24 years. Okay. You glasses in there. So for 24 years, how does it feel like?
Me started in Ghana, 1995. Then I went to UK. To be with my cousin for a few months. And then I decided, because I had already had admission to University of Toronto. So 1996, I came here, but I didn't start straight away. I came on scholarship, so I had to postpone it. And I waited till September. I came in January. Very cool weather. It wasn't easy for me. So I stayed with friends, Mr. Day, very, very helpful. I knew him from Ghana. So I stayed with them, and I stayed with the SDA Church.
Are you talking about Professor Day?
I stayed in his house, but it was his brother, NS.
Oh, NS.
Yeah, I told
him. So Mr. NS was here already, like Mr. Ade was already here.
Yes, he was instrumental in my getting admission to U of T.
So how did you get a job before Mr. Ade then?
With
the TDSB.
So that is where I'm coming to. So when I came, I was doing some odd jobs to see how it is to stay overseas. Factory, cleaning, and all.
So as a teacher from back home, in fact, were you a teacher from back home?
I was a vice principal.
You were vice principal, so Ghana, your boyfriend, master.
I was even an acting principal, not just vice.
So master.
Yeah.
Master. Yeah. Like a head of the school.
Yes, a head
back
of
in
a
Ghana.
College.
A college.
Yes.
So you were college.
Yes.
Principal.
A college principal.
And then you come here, you have to work a factory.
Yes, I came here to do my PhD, but
PhD?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Yeah, so you were supposed to do a PhD, but hold on for a second. If you had done your PhD, where do you think the PhD would have got you?
Yeah, I was interested in education administration, trying to get a lot in order to go back to Ghana. because in Ghana I was with GVC Fan Club, I was with the ministers, and I like a bit of politics. But the way the politicians started treating Ghana, that stopped me from going back. I
Okay.
wrote a lot to the education ministers. I was with Miss Nyama. I wrote to her when she was education minister, and then I wrote to this man, to Mr. Ameyao, when Professor Ameyao, when the Kufuor was there. So I
Okay.
worked with both NDC and MPP government
Okay.
to make sure education becomes better.
Okay.
But I didn't get any headway, so I said, no,
Very
let me stay
good. So
here
so
and help you.
so all your work didn't yield anything back in Ghana.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
would
yield
say
anything.
so.
So you think it is more profitable to work if you have the education to find your way out of the country, come here and work
Yes, and help kids
and
here
help
too.
KCO because they are Ghanaians here,
Yeah,
right?
they are Ghanaians
You have
here.
impacted a lot of
Yes.
Ghanaian community. You also run a homework club in a community. So it is the same thing. If
Yeah.
you love teaching, then obviously it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
No boundaries.
I was doing this radio program educating
Exactly.
parents,
Sankofa.
and you quite remember. At times I'll be with you, maybe.
Yes, Sankofa Radio.
Yeah, Sankofa Radio, and people will call me even when I'm at home. My child is this and that.
Exactly.
But on top of it, I came to this school when I felt that I needed to do the right profession. I came with.
Which
So-
is the black community.
No, the right profession, which is teaching, because I was doing factory work, I was cleaning.
Cleaning?
Yes, I wanted to see how it is to come overseas as
Oh, wow.
a Ghanaian to work. So I did all those manual jobs
Mm-hmm.
to feel how somebody coming here and not being in a profession will feel like.
So you would say to anyone coming with a high level of education, don't feel shy. Like,
No,
what would you
no,
do?
no,
All the jobs.
No, here, you know what? When you come and you plan to get a certificate, even you can do it part time whilst you are doing all other jobs. And when you get it, they will put you at the right place.
So okay. So now let me get back. For someone who has taught back in Ghana, with your certificate or your qualification, do you think that, like, how did you get in? How do you get into the teaching field in Ontario, Canada? Is it already transferable? Is it something that they automatically gave you? They certified you, or you have to do more courses?
Well, it was transferable
Okay.
because of the education things I did in Ghana, and I had my master's in education administration.
Oh.
So when I was coming, it was transferable, but they call something Canadian experience.
Experience, which we hear it all the
Yes,
time.
every time you hear it. So I was trying to get the Canadian experience, but fortunately, the school in which I was, my lecturer said that you can do it. Go to this board, let them interview you, and they did it. But before I could be a very good teacher here, I had to do what we call additional qualification courses.
Wow. Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have more interviews with you. You have a lot to teach us. Right now that you're finishing after 24 years.
Yes.
I'm going to turn the camera. So, Mr. Eyia has taught for 24 years. I remember volunteering at the same school about 15 years
Yes,
ago.
in the same class.
The same classroom. Right now it's been 16 years. I'm still with the board. Mr. Yia is retiring today. We're gonna have more of Mr. Yia. Now that he's retiring, he has more to give back. In this country, even after serving schools, hospitals, you can still come back. Are you planning on coming back?
I want to be more in Ghana, but I will come back when my principal wants me back whenever I have the time. And we call that supply teaching.
Supply teaching. So, Mr. Yia, so you think Ghana and Canada, where do you think you should retire? Like in terms of money, what would take care of you?
Here will take care of me, but in Ghana I will give because it's my motherland. And I hope that the politicians will do things well and try to accommodate us.
Teach us.
When we come, they should also give us the opportunity to do the right thing. They shouldn't influence us with their political ideologies, because I know many people leave from overseas and go to Ghana and they become just like them, because they are not given the right opportunity.
Okay.
They have to follow parties they say.
Okay.
But we need to.
So do you
We
think
need to.
Ghana should at least reward teachers more?
Oh, that one
than now.
is far overdue. If you go through my articles I wrote, I said they deserve national a fair part of the national cake.
Exactly.
In Ghana, I see that teachers are not treated very well.
Thank you.
Because here we are treated very well
And respected.
and respected. And we have a strong union. Our union is not a political union.
It's not a political union.
Yeah.
Very good. Mr. Yeah, I'm going to leave you, but we'll have more of you this Sunday.
Okay.
We're going to celebrate with Mr. Yeah. The young man is retiring, and it is long deserving. Like, he's taught in Ghana, he continued. So if you're a teacher, you're coming, don't throw away your profession. If you've taught in a country before, make sure you continue. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of young bodies here for you to impact and also make a difference in their lives. So thank you very much, Mr. Yeah.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you.